Coach, Milwaukee obviously got hot tonight from three-point range. Was that a credit to the spacing and ball movement, or was something about your defense that wasn't working?
I think it's a combination of both. You have to give them a ton of credit. That's a team that's rolling right now. They're playing at a high level. They share it. They move it. They create matchups. 26 threes. They took 56 of them. So, we were crowding the paint the right way, holding them to 38 points in the paint. But then, knocking down 26 threes is hard to overcome.
It seemed like you guys were going toe-to-toe with them in the first half until late in the second quarter. What kind of got away from you at that point?
Well, I think we turned it over. I'll go back and look at film at what, our pace. We were trying to pick it up, but we end up turning the ball over, giving them some easy baskets. So us having, 13 turns for 26 points, you're just handing them points right away. Then there was a couple 50-50 balls we didn't come up with that allowed for second chance opportunities.
Cole Anthony had a strong performance tonight. What did you see at him tonight?
Well, his level of aggression into his shot. Obviously, guys were looking for him. They found him. And the pace in which we played, he kept us going for a while early on. But again, you just have to give Milwaukee a ton of credit for the way in which they played, the way in which they guarded, and then their shot-making ability.
You guys have one more game on this road trip. Just how important will it be to kind of flush this one away and focus on Charlotte?
Well, you have to learn from it. Obviously we'll go back and look at it and understand where we can be better, whether that's, a couple offensive rebounds here, stepping in the paint, protecting it early, obviously the ball being shared. Just little things we'll have to look at that we can go bounce back against Charlotte.
Seems like throughout the season, we've talked about it many times, but you guys bounced back really well from tough losses. Do you expect the mentality to be the same going forward?
I do. This is a resilient basketball team. Moving forward, knowing that you can't hang your head too long in this one. Obviously 24-hour rule. It hurts, it burns, but then you go practice tomorrow and get on to Charlotte.
How tough a team? Obviously, you have to deal with Giannis and everything in the paint. How tough a team is this to defend when they're shooting threes? Not necessarily as well as tonight, but when they're making those threes.
Well, they shot it incredible tonight. The fact that they got 56 of them up, makes 26 of them. That's hard to guard. Giannis is doing what he's supposed to be doing, attacking the basket. So you have to collapse because you don't want to give up easy layups. And then the moment that you step in, he's doing a great job of spraying it out to those shooters, and they don't hesitate.
What have you guys, and specifically Paulo, seen defensively from teams in terms of things they try to take away from him over the course of this season?
With Paulo, you're asking about what they're trying to take away from him. His ability to attack the rim. I think teams are mixing up how they're playing him in the pick and roll. His ability to get downhill. So they'll mix up the going over the pick and roll or under the pick and roll. And he's done a great job of navigating, getting to the basket. I think he attacked the rim, very aggressively tonight. Obviously, he picked up a charge here, but just his level of aggression to combat what they're doing for him. Going under screens.
What was your thought on the challenge play when you took it and what it was about?
Well, ultimately, I thought he was attacking the rim the right way, and I ultimately what I saw was that Giannis was already backing up. So in that instance, to me, it was either a no call or the fact that I don't think it really was a charge. But then obviously they were right, and I was wrong.
All good. Thank you. Cole, he obviously was hot tonight from three-point range. Was that more a credit to their spacing and ball movement, or was something for your defense not really working for you guys?
Our game plan was to load up. I think in that first half, we did a great job loading up. We just were then a second late getting out to shooters in that first half, and that allowed them to kind of get into a rhythm. They got a lot of open looks and a lot of uncontested looks, and then on the other side of that, they got a bunch of offensive rebounds in the dagger threes, which also, that gives you confidence. You get a free open look like that. So I think it's a credit to the team, but also, discredit to our defense a little bit.
You guys went toe-to-toe with them for most of the first half. It seemed like late in that second quarter they cranked it up a little bit. Did you sense that on the court? Kind of spiking in terms of intensity a little bit that you guys couldn't match?
Yeah, they got at the end. I think what you said, the end of that second.
Yeah, second quarter. I think they went on a 15-6 run or something.
Yeah, they got a few easy ones, and that kind of sparked the kind of that run for them. Where I think Javon Carter had an easy layup, Drew Holiday had an easy layup. I think they had like one or two spray out threes, and you get an easy one, you get an easy three. That always boosts your confidence. So I think that right there definitely helped them.
All year, you guys have bounced back from tough losses. Do you sense, after these kind of games, that you guys have collectively the right mindset going forward?
Yeah. Especially after a tough loss, it's all about the get back. You gotta get it back. So I think we obviously are upset about this loss, but you know we're going to try to attempt to take our anger out on Charlotte. Not attempt. We are going to take our anger out on Charlotte and hopefully get a dub.
I know you're focused on winning, of course, but you yourself had a really strong performance with 28. What did you see for yourself tonight?
Just I got some pretty easy looks early on. As credit to my team, they got me some open looks. I thought I spaced the floor pretty well, and that allowed me to get going. And yeah, it was nice to see some shots going, especially after the piss poor performance the game before this. So it's always good for confidence.
What effect has Paulo's arrival and season had on you guys, on the floor and even off the floor?
I mean, on the floor, he's a tremendous player, man. It's scary because, he's still so early in his career. He's still learning, and he's already this good. He's just going to keep getting better and better. He's very deserving of that number one pick. And then off the court, man, Paolo, he's a smooth, cool dude, man. I rock with him. I think he fits in with everybody perfectly, man. And he's just a good stand-up dude. And, that's nice. But then on the court, he a whole lot better.
You've seen other rookies this season. Where does Paulo rank in your view relative to those guys?
It's a bad question. You know the answer to that. He the best. It's not even. I don't think it's close. And I think it's some pretty good rookies. But as I said, he went number one for a reason.
Anything else?